folks. Good morning and welcome. So, to Yoga Morning Breath. What's today? Day 23 was yesterday, right? Yeah. So today's 24, day 24 of Yoga Morning Breath. What in the world are we doing in my car? Not my car, but the car that I'm using while I'm on Earth, right? I don't actually own anything. This O-W-N, this word own, is the biggest lie in the book. Like, you know, it's not a malicious lie. It's just a lie. It's a falsehood. It is a misconception. It is a misunderstanding that I ever actually own anything. Do I even own this body? What does it mean to own this body? Oh, it means it's mine. It means I paid for it. It means it's mine. Okay, what does that mean? It means I do whatever I want with it. I do whatever I want with it. It means it's mine, and you better respect that, and I better respect other people's stuff that they own. Okay? So, ownership is about respect? Yeah. Okay. Well, is it very respectful then to treat the body that you own in the way that you do? Do you always treat it with respect? Whether it's your body or your car or your house or other possessions? Do you own friends? Are these things that you own as well? Because they're your friends, right? Bunch of questions running through my mind this morning, as you can tell. But this is Yoga Morning Breath, and we are in this car. I have an answer for that. I just don't think you want to hear it. So, I'll save my breath, so to speak. What is yoga? Let's get back on the topic at hand. The reason why you're watching this video. Really, right? Well, part of it's philosophy, the other part is yoga. So what is yoga? Yoga is breath to movement, and basic principle is do what feels good. Do what feels good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 words. And, does that mean you have to have a studio and yoga pants and a yoga mat and flexibility? You have to be hyper flexible. Oh, and you have to have a certain look. Oh yeah. And then you gotta get your hot sweat on. Oh yeah. And get into that stinky room that everybody doesn't want to be in because it stinks and it's like uncomfortably hot. But they gotta do it anyways. Is that yoga? Isn't that yoga? Oh no, it's this like serene and peaceful and meditative and centered and oh, the namaste. Maybe that's your idea of yoga. Today is Yoga Morning Breath, 10:30 a.m. in Seattle, day number 24, 2-4. And we're talking about what in the world is yoga? Why are we talking about this? Why are we getting so deep? Why can't we just do the mountain poses and be on with it? I don't know. If that's your MO, go for it. If you want to hear about what I think is yoga, it's my honor to share. It's my honor to share with you if you want to hear it. If not, it's all good. I don't care. Like, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect my life. The only life it affects is probably yours because you wish to stay in a state of unopenness or I know it all kind of philosophy. I already know what yoga is. I don't need to hear what you think yoga is. Here's what I think yoga is. For those of you who are curious. Including me, I'm curious. I'm curious about me, man. Alright, so get to it. Okay. To me, yoga is do what feels good, breath to movement. Even if the movement is a slight reach towards the sky as I breathe here. I can do yoga in my car. You got that right. You can do yoga in your car. I've actually been able to do yoga in my sleep. As funny as that sounds, like, I have this contrasting awareness. So when I was doing yoga very regularly, and my body was a little bit younger and a little bit healthier and a little more aligned with, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't like, I mean, what is perfect? But it wasn't as good as it was. So I was like 32, so about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And my body today feels a lot, I guess, more aged. It's a little more achy, a little more sore, a little bit more asymmetric, not as aligned. For whatever reason. I don't know if it's an age thing or if it's because of the habits that the habits that I've engaged in, like driving a lot, getting in and out of the car a lot. I was a valet at Mercedes for a while, and I was also, right now I'm a pizza delivery guy. Speaking of which, there's nothing wrong with delivering pizza to the city of Bothell. So if you ever have a thought that there's something wrong with delivering pizza, delivering food, a comfort food to the people of a city that long for comfort, you're doing an honorable thing, man. You're riding around in your steed, S-T-E-E-D, if y'all know what that means. That means horse. Modern day horse is a car. You're riding your horse around the city and you're delivering. You're literally delivering a service and a product and comfort, a symbol of comfort. And why isn't that an honorable thing? Why do people look down on that? Let me ask you that. Like, what is so wrong with... I mean, you're trading your time for dollars too. What are you doing to contribute to the city of Bato? What are you doing to contribute to the world as a whole? That's so much better. What are you doing that's so much better than what I do to trade my time for dollars? Oh, I work in an office and I have meetings. I lead and I conduct and I plan for those meetings. Okay, I've been there. I've done that. I was still trading my time for dollars. I didn't want to be there. Was it an honorable thing? Yes! Every job has its place of honor. Every job. Even the ones where you don't get paid to trade your time. To trade in your time. So if you're telling me that delivering pizza is not as good as your job or some other job, let me ask you this. Why is your job better than my job if we're both trading time for money? Aren't we just in the same boat? Aren't we just doing pretty much the same thing? I'm using my right hand, you're using your left hand. You're using 2 feet, I'm using 2 hands. I mean, analogy-wise, right? What's the diff, yo? I make less money for my time? Is that what we're talking about? Is that what we're talking about? So yoga, right? Let's get back. Yoga is simply breath to movement. A baby can do yoga from the moment of conception. Okay, that little cell, it's like moving around, it's like wiggling, and then it goes boom! There's 2 of me now. There's 2 cells instead of 1 now, because it underwent a process called mitosis. Something like that. I think I'm oversimplifying it, right? For those academically inclined. Breath. It's trying to survive, that cell. It's trying to live. It's taking in. It's giving out. It's got the input and the output. And during that time, it's also moving. It's like wiggling about. And then it becomes an actual baby. It comes out of the womb and develops a voice and thoughts and whatnot and opinions and all of this. But really what yoga boils down to, in my opinion, my humble opinion, and you may or may not agree with this, it's breath to movement. So let's go. 1. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach. Reach for the sky. Reach for that 1,000th candle. Reach for the 2nd candle. Heck, reach for that 1st candle. Okay? Can't get to 1,000 if you can't get to 1. Like, blow on something and make it move. Blow on some dust and make it move. That's yoga. I don't own that dust. I don't own anything. But I can own my breath. That's something that no one can take away from me. I can own my desire to reach and lengthen, reach and grow, strengthen and survive. That is something that I can own. That is something that I can be held accountable for. That is, in my opinion, a philosophy I can take with me even after I leave Earth, even after I breathe my final earthly breath. I believe that my consciousness is infinite. It started before Earth started, and it will continue on after Earth finishes. Whatever that looks like. I don't know what that looks like, but the fact that I can conceive of an idea like that, like, oh, I am an infinite being. Here's Earth, it's a blip in time, in the expanse of time. Here's where I started, here's where I'm ending. Actually, where I started and when I'm ending, it goes off the screen. All the way for miles and miles. Into infinity. That's what infinity means, right? Forever and ever and ever. And ever and ever and ever. Much love. Namaste. The light in me and the steward in me. Stewardship. The responsible management of resources. That's a simple definition. Look it up if you don't believe me. Responsible management of resources. My car, my body, my voice, my movement, all of this. These are resources. Much love. The light and the steward in me sees and honors the light and the steward in you. Namaste. You're going to have a wonderful day. All the blessings. I love you.